Well, hi there. As you might guess, when you're looking, if you're looking at this, as you are, I'm Hustle Herring, and I'm making this little video to note that on the site HH Today, I have now produced 3,000 little posts, 3,000 stories. I started this a few months after I left the Democrat Herald, the newspaper here in Albany, and as mostly as something to do, and I thought it would be kind of fun. So I've been doing this, as I say, since early in 2013. So it's been just about 7 years. So, and I really don't keep track of this myself, but it turns out that WordPress, the application that is used to produce these stories, keeps count of the posts. And it turns out that as of today, the one today was number 3,000. WordPress also keeps track of the number of comments. And I looked that up. It turns out that there have been 16,777 comments since HH Today was started. If you look at this site, if you look at these stories from time to time, you will notice that they are not the biggest stories of the world. This should be obvious. And what happens is that I write about the things that I can photograph, and pretty much anyway, and the things that I see. I spend a little time most days on the bike, riding around town or outside of town, or sometimes on the coast, sometimes in Southern Oregon. And then I try to make up a story about all that. Somebody said the other day, somebody sent me an email and asked about a particular thing, wondering if I knew about it, and made the point that he no longer takes the newspaper, and so he relies on HH Today. And I answered that person, and I told him that was a big mistake. HH Today, these stories that I do here on the site, HH Today is not a substitute for a regular news source because I don't do a lot of stories I don't do. I don't do spot stories on crime most of the time unless I happen to see one. If I happen to see one and could photograph it, I would do that. But as you might expect, that doesn't happen. Not very often anyway, luckily. And so, no, this is not a substitute for a newspaper or for regularly watching or following broadcast news. So you need to do that if you want to keep up with the world. And all I do here is write about what I see and what I can photograph, and what I see and I can photograph usually on rides, on bike rides around town. And so that is it. And if you have any reaction to all that, please let me know. You can comment on one of the stories. So we can comment on the story today that has to do with the the project of creating a piece of art that is displayed in a public place in Albany. That is number 3,000. You can comment there, or you can comment on any of the others, or you can send me an email to my email address, which is also available on the site. And so you do that, and we'll just carry on. Thanks for paying attention to HH Today, and let me know what you think. I'm Hustle Herring, and I'll see you later.